Nope. You still need the number, or you got
Um,
Okay, I think I'm muted. Hello? Honey, are you there? Gabriella, where are you? Oh, okay. Malaya can't hear. Oh, what was that?
there's Destiny.
Oh,
But you can't hear.
Gabriella. Oh, you want me to mute myself? Hold on.
No, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do this.
Says that you got it off.
Well, honey, I don't know how to turn it on. Oh, they said that they can hear us.
What the hell's up with it saying, Jamie? Oh, there it says Rod K. Me. other people. Okay. Yep, I just seen that video on. Okay, it just dropped her. If you guys want video on so you can see, that's fine. It should work. We can't hear anything. Okay. Okay. Let's go back to this.
Okay, can everybody hear me? You can nod if you can hear me. Is the music still going? Or is the music stopped? Music is stopped. Okay, it's just going on my computer. I gotta get it stopped.
Try logging off and back on maybe.
I can't get the music to stop on my
I
end.
do. I guess I might.
Ah,
I don't know. Vicky's waving.
to go.
Look at her pointing. Oh, shoot, it left. Okay, there they're doing.
Thank you for your patience as I'm still getting this to work. Panels.
Speaking Lisa, but we can't hear her. Okay, let's go back to my granddaughter. There she is.
So, sorry for the problems. I have shared the multimedia thing and I can't get it to go away. So this is my issue at the moment. My pomp and circumstance is still playing.
There, we just lost her.
Get it to stop. And the panel has gone away. Perhaps when it reaches the end of the video, it will stop. No, it just keeps going. Golly, I can't figure this out. Okay, let's see.
So would it help if I became host?
Oh, that's your video.
Showing us, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try something.
On your webpage.
Escape.
Here's
So on mine, it opened as a separate window, like a YouTube window, and I just closed that window. Is that how yours is?
Has it stopped? I could not do anything to get it to stop. I was pushing everything. Okay, I think it stopped now. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, thank you all for, I hope that was just,
Set up and ready to work from home.
Your volume all the way up.
Yes, ma'am.
what? Oh no, it's like an ad
No
playing
sound coming
afterwards.
there, and I don't
Okay,
know.
I'm gonna have to,
Not moving either.
But
Lisa, do you want me to
I
try to? What
understand.
happens if I become host? You can give me.
yeah, how do I make you the host?
I think you click on my name, either right click or whatever, and
look at her smiling.
ask change role.
Okay. All right. I'm making you the host, and then I'm going to
Yes,
exit the
good.
meeting and come back.
All right, a
Okay, I
drink.
hope that people don't get kicked out from that, but we'll try that.
I love it.
That's
Okay. Okay, so my name is Ben Aronson. I'm a faculty member in the biology department.
okay.
You're muted, or if it's just me, but I cannot hear anything.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, Lisa's back.
Conference
Lisa's going to be hosting now.
circumstance has finally stopped on my computer, so I think we're set.
Okay.
Okay, it is so good to see all of you. Oh my goodness, and I love seeing all the caps and gowns. I'm taking some screenshots of all your beautiful faces here. And let's see. I think most of you should be muted at this point. If you're not and you're hearing echoes and things, you can try to mute yourself. I've tried to mute most of you. There is a little chat button at the bottom. If you can see it, it's like a little speech bubble. And that's another way that if you're having technical problems, you can try to type things in there and see if you can get it to work. The faculty will try to monitor that and see if we can help you. But we made it. We're here. Okay, it's only 5 minutes after 12:30. So I'm going to kick us off with a few thoughts, and then we are going to
Lisa,
go
can you
on.
start recording?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
start recording now. Thank you. Here we go. And for those of you who have like friends or family that can't make it, I will email out the link to the recording. It takes about a day for it to process and be available. So I won't be emailed to you till tomorrow or the next day. But that will be available for you to send to your friends. Okay. So welcome to our virtual commencement ceremony for the class of 2020 biology graduates. My name is Lisa Olson, and I'm the chair of the biology department. I want to particularly welcome the friends and family that have joined us. Thank you for all learning and being patient with new technology so that you can celebrate with us today. We are all on a learning curve with this virtual stuff, but we're just going to enjoy what we've got. Commencement is usually filled with shaking people's hands, putting leis over somebody's head, hugs, and putting our cheeks together for selfies, and we can't do any of that right now. But we wanted to do something to mark this special day, April 17th, 2020, which has been on your calendar for a really long time. After all, you deserve to celebrate because you have survived not just the last few weeks of upheaval, fear, and tension. You survived OCHEM. And so nothing could prepare you better for being bored at home than sitting in OCHEM lab and watching for a melting point, right? You have prepared for this moment in your life. In fact, being a biology major at Redlands has given you all kinds of skills that are useful now. For example, you have already learned how to deal with a world that is unfair. After all, you earned 4 units for a course that met for 3 lectures plus a 3-hour lab every week, while other classes only met twice a week and got the same number of units. You always had class on Fridays. You usually had to do 8 a.m.s. You had to walk into the library with a big old goggle mark on your forehead, and you had to wear closed-toed shoes when everybody else got to wear sandals. But you kept going. And with bigger things that are hard and a world that is not out as it should be, you will continue to stand strong. Secondly, you already know how to deal with a world that is contaminated. You are ready for this. You know better than to bring your water bottle into the lab. You already think about what has been on the lab bench before you got there because last semester you dissected a frog at that very same seat that you're in now. You already know that things transmit through the air because you had all of those yeast plates that had colorful, fuzzy things growing on them that you did not put there on purpose. So you already know how important sterile technique is. You've got this. Also, everybody else in the world right now is having to deal with being frustrated at whoever it is that they're quarantined with, right? There's just moments of tension. But you have already learned how to deal with interpersonal conflict because you had to share fly duties with your lab group in 239 And you have had to put together group presentations. So you already know how to deal with tension with the people that you're with. You have already shown that you are capable of more than you ever thought. You learned more than you ever wanted to about red yeast and about woolly stars. You've learned how to read complicated scientific papers. And you've learned how to dress in layers because the science buildings are always either too hot or too cold. So you're already prepared. You've learned how to handle major stress. Semester after semester, you dealt with weeks where you had multiple exams on the same day, 3 lab reports and 2 problem sets and 2 more Moodle quizzes that are so annoying. Somehow you juggled it all, while also like running out of lab to get to practice on time, or to get to your work study job, or to commute through traffic, or to lead your club, or to volunteer. There were never enough hours in the day, but somehow you did it. And we as faculty members are constantly amazed at all that you have accomplished. We thank you for hanging in there through all of it, continuing to show up and to make teaching worthwhile. Because of all this, we know that you are ready. You are ready to face this really scary world that we are in and the unknown of the future. You can do this. And we need you to do this. Because more than ever, the world needs bright, hardworking, compassionate people like you who understand biology and who can explain it to others. We are so grateful that we had the opportunity to teach all of you, and we are enormously proud of you. And now we want to honor each of you individually. So I will start. I will be saying the names of our graduates and their degrees, and I'll turn it over to whoever is presenting them. When you are ready to present, you'll want to make sure to unmute yourself. So I have everybody muted right now, but if you kind of hover your mouse towards the bottom of the screen, there should be some little icons that pop up, and one of them is a microphone on the left, and hopefully you'll be able to unmute yourself. You might want to try by like testing to make sure we can hear you before you get started with your lovely, meaningful spiel about your student. Also, if you want to share pictures, you can do that by going up to share and share content, and just share your screen. And that will show whatever you have on your screen. If it has pictures of your person that you're presenting, now just be aware that it will also show if you have like other things in your background or on your files or something like that. So be aware of that. Videos are hard to share, as are audio files, as we just discovered. So hopefully we can do just pictures to get that to work. And we're hoping that people can keep themselves to 2 minutes a person, so that we can get through everyone. Of course, we're going to stay until we get through everyone, but just to be meaningful of time. All right, so I am going to start with Elijah Bacher, who is getting a Bachelor of Arts degree in biology with a chemistry minor. And I have some pictures to share here. All right. IG always seems to have a positive demeanor, even when faced with trials, including starting off this semester not being able to walk. But he was willing to scoot around on a wheeled lab stool to get his lab work done. His smile always helps a small group start off with a good tone, and his resilience and persistence will take him far in life. While at Redlands, he has taken a broad array of courses, preparing him for a potential career in the biotech industry or in ecology. And he has also been the president of Kappa Sigma Sigma, which when I looked up the other night, I saw the tagline for Kappa Sigma Sigma was Men of Brawn and Science, which I thought was interesting and a good description. Since leaving campus a few weeks ago, he has been hard at work in his mother's small business while finishing up his coursework. A few more pictures here. Wonderful things of his family. IG, congratulations. And I hereby present you with your degree. And I'm hoping that if someone near you might have a rolled up piece of paper, they can hand that to you. And we can all clap. Yay, IG. Okay. Next, we have Aditi Bhatnagar, and she is graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. Aditi, I'm not sure who's presenting you, so you go ahead and unmute your mic, whoever that is.
Hi everyone. Hi Dr. Olson. I have my parents who will be presenting me, so if they would mute the mic too.
Perfect. I
Hello
think
everyone.
now.
Are we audible?
You are. Yeah, you are. You're audible. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. First of all, it's such a pleasure and such a important day for us as a family to appreciate that all of us are living in extraordinary times, times which are very different from any humankind has seen before. And I think we thank God for keeping us all alive and protected and safe to be able to witness this day. So we are extremely happy to be participating in this event and to present Aditi. It's an honor to present her because she is the firstborn of the family. And as you can see in the other frame, my sister is and her brother are flanking her. Okay. So while they are in the United States, we are in the Middle East. Okay. So we are just about connected about 12 hours apart in time zone. So so distance is not a challenge. We are connected. So we thank God for this time, for giving Aditi to us so that we are able to groom her to be able to embody the values that she has taken and carried with herself. She is a smart girl, a quick learner, very affable. She is curious to learn. She has the capability to embody the values that she has been taught and show compassion to people. She's compassionate. So we thank God for building her into a strong person. And we are sure that the kind of learning that she has been embodying in the last 4 years that we have seen at UOR, it's been a journey that has changed her and she has grown from strength to strength. And we see her that in every semester that we have interacted. She has understood what it means to be a biology student, a student who wants to specialize in contributing and helping others. So I think it's a fantastic feeling for me and my wife.
Thank you so much.
And we would like to take this opportunity to thank the faculty, thank UOR, thank every member of the UOR family and her friends and peers and faculty and colleagues and everybody who's helped her this journey to be able to achieve this today. We especially want to thank my sister who's been anchoring her, my sister and brother-in-law back in the US. They've been anchoring and playing the anchor role. So we thank God. Jesus has been good to us. So we thank and praise him for his goodness. And I thank you, Lisa, for being so good. Every parent, whoever is witnessing this event, I think we are special because we are chosen to witness this in such extraordinary times. So congratulations to everyone who is witnessing and being part of this event. God bless you all.
Yay!
Thank you.
And there's lots of applause happening in the chat box too, if you want to open that up to see.
Thank you so much, Mom and Dad. Thank you, Dr. Olson.
You're
God bless
welcome.
you.
All right, next I'd like to present Olivia Beck, who is graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree in biology with a chemistry minor. She is also receiving honors with her degree, and she will be receiving a special award in the Honors Convocation videos, which should be published today, I'm hoping. But Olivia Beck is the recipient of the Lane Brubacher Prize from the biology department, so that's something she can look forward to hearing about as well. And it looks like Dr. Stella is presenting her.
Okay, just give me a moment to change the screen. Let's see. Okay. Is that showing up okay?
I can see you. I'm not seeing your sharing.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Sorry. Let's try that one. Is there a picture of Olivia showing
There we
up?
go. Yep.
Okay, good. I had a little bit of computer meltdowns this morning, but I am very honored to be able to present the degree for Olivia Beck. I have known Olivia since her first year when she was in my intro biology class. And even at that point, she was already incredibly poised and mature. And so it's not surprising to me that she's gone on to be so successful and to be winning these awards. To give you some highlights of some of Olivia's accomplishments over the past 4 years, she is a member of Pi Sigma, National Biological Society, Science Honor Society. She also, and I didn't even know about this, and I'm her advisor, started a public health and community service organization on campus that ended up with over 150 members. She participated in a May travel course to Swaziland to do some public health work. She was in Dr. Forrestal's ER observation course, and she also did summer research at Loma Linda University, which she then continued for her senior research this year, which she just recently defended for honors. And I was fortunate to be able to be part of that committee, and she was honestly doing graduate level work already. She is graduating with honors and magna cum laude, and not surprisingly, has already been accepted to medical school and will be starting at Pacific Northwest University Health Sciences Medical School in the fall. And her career goals are to return to Alaska, where she wants to focus on women's health and serve underserved communities. Now, that's a huge litany of incredible accomplishments, but I think what is probably even more important is that Olivia is a truly caring, compassionate person with just a quest for knowledge and somebody who's going to make really important impacts in our world. And so I'm very pleased to be able to give Olivia her degree. And congratulations.
Yay! Congratulations, Olivia.
Okay, I think I'm also the next person, but I'll let you start that one.
Yes, so I would like to now present Carson Brett, who is graduating with a Bachelor of Arts degree in biology with an art minor. And he will be presented by Dr. Stell and Dr. Malcolm, I think.
So I can start since I still think I'm still saving the screen. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. I have a lot of pictures, but I will keep this a little bit shorter so that Dr. Malcolm can also speak. I've also known Carson Brett since his first year. And I think anyone who knows Carson would say that he is one of the most friendly, enthusiastic, just genuine person that you can meet. He makes friends everywhere he goes. And as a student, he is incredibly curious and really focused on learning for learning's sake, which is a wonderful trait that professors always love to have. As you can probably guess, see if I can go through some of these pictures, he did travel with me also to Palau. That's us in a wonderful Indian restaurant that I'm missing right now. And of course, he is a swimmer and has a whole community of friends through the swim team. And he's been incredibly successful in that. In fact, he actually figured out when we were in Palau that he would have qualified for the Olympic team in Palau. But Carson is planning a career in the health field as well. He's looking at PA programs, and I know he'll be very successful in that, as he is such a genuinely caring person that his patients would love him, and he has the intelligence and the perseverance to be very successful. So I will say my congratulations and turn it over to Dr. Malcolm. I can stop showing pictures.
I'm not sure if Dr. Malcolm has made it into the WebEx. I don't find him in the participant list. James, are you there? He might be having technical difficulties. So I think, but I'm glad that Dr. Stahl was here to do the presentation. We can say yay for Carson. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Carson. Okay, I think you can take over
Great
my
pictures.
screen.
Okay. Next, I want to present Bria Boughton, who is graduating with a Bachelor of Arts degree in biology with a psychology minor. And she will be presented by Dr. Ryan and Dr. Silvera.
Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Good. Let's see. I'm pleased to help present Bria Boughton with her degree. She's graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Biology and a minor in Psychology. I first met Bria in Principles of Biology, where she was engaged, focused, and inquisitive. This year, Bria took on what was supposed to be a straightforward research project, studying yeast cells that make this black substance. Well, Bria plated what seems like 1,000 plates of yeast and spotted, dotted, and sprinkled things in all combinations at all hours of the day on them, and we never saw a hint of that black substance. So hard, and cheerfully kept on, even when I was proposing 10 crazy things a day. We never saw the black stuff, but her tenacity paid off, and she got some great results, which are actually shown by this little bit of red stuff there. Bria is also incredibly kind. She took time out to help me when I was subbing in microbiology. She takes care to give positive feedback when something is helpful or interesting. And I look forward to seeing all that she does in the future, and I'll miss her.
I think Dr. Ryan has something else to say, but I forgot to say that Bria Boughton is also will be receiving the Engel Award which is the Biology Department Award at the Honors Convocation videos that should be published later today. So we want to congratulate her on that. Dr. Ryan?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Excellent. Bria, you do not enjoy coffee and you've never seen a single Star Wars movie. Despite these clear issues, I thoroughly enjoyed every encounter we had during your time here at Redlands. As a student, you were invested, curious, extremely hardworking, and consistently at the top of the class. As an advisee, you were organized, forward-thinking, flexible. But as strong as you've been academically, I was most impressed with you this past fall when you served as the peer advisor in our first-year seminar. In this role, you were a calm, compassionate presence in those students' lives. You did everything I asked of you, except show the Star Wars movie. You wouldn't do that. Today, with your actions, you showed them how to be successful college students. When I talked to the little freshmen in that course, they universally adored you. The strong students, the struggling students, even the couple weird ones, you reached all of them. You're leaving Redlands now to become a nurse, which I think is a fantastic career choice for you. But please know that your presence will be felt on this campus for years, as there's a legacy of students here now who owe some measure of their success directly to you. Bria, congratulations. I wish you all the best, and I'm pleased to offer you your degree.
Yay!
Yeah.
Congratulations. Next, I will introduce Christina Casey, who is graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree in biology with a chemistry minor, and will be presented by Dr. Van Overbeck.
All right, can everyone hear and see me?
Yes.
Hear me now. All right. So it's my pleasure to present Christina Casey. Christina, if you have any pictures on your end, feel free to put them up on the screen. I'm sure we would all appreciate them. No? All right. I know we have many students to present, so I intend to keep this shorter, even though I think there's much more I'd like to say, and I think we'd all like to say about all of our wonderful students. I first met Christina before the summer of 2018 when she applied to work on my pollinator monitoring project in San Mateo Nature Sanctuary. I've enjoyed getting to work with her over that summer, and definitely more as one of my senior capstone students. Even though she intends to go into the medical field, she nonetheless got to learn how to maintain an insect colony and probably learned more about pollinators and pollinator decline and monitoring protocol than I think she ever thought she would. I've enjoyed her positivity and work ethic, group ethic, even when having to take care of all of the sphinx moth caterpillars as they constantly demand more food. Or having to take care of the setup of our trapping protocol in Hernta Key when I hammered my hand instead of one of the stakes we'd eventually put our traps on top of. And this is all while balancing her time between, of course, her course load and volleyball. I'm so proud of all she has accomplished during her time at the U of R and feel so fortunate getting to see her immense growth. I wish her the best as she pursues going on working as a phlebotomist, gaining hours before applying to PA school. We're in rough times, right? But we need those of you going into the health field now more than ever, and we truly appreciate all of your hard work. So, congratulations.
Congratulations, Casey. Christina. Yay. Now I'll introduce Owen Dixon, who is graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology, and he will be presented by Dr. Silvera.
I'm pleased to present Owen Dixon, who's graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology. I met Owen in my research course this year. He put in a fantastic amount of effort, both at the bench and on his papers and presentations. He has what lab scientists call, quote, good hands, which means that every experiment he does works. This sounds like a natural gift, but really it comes through thorough preparation, paying careful attention to his experiments, and putting in oodles of time. Owen's project had two distinct parts, both of which worked. One was a study of this yellowish compound here, shown all over these yeast cells on this plate and in little chunks there. Owen found that everything we thought about this was wrong. He found that the nutrient composition and iron levels affected production of this compound, and he got us started on a way to purify it so we can figure out what the heck it is and why yeast bother to make it. He also engineered a yeast strain that is deficient in a particular gene. He's the third student to try to do this and the only one that succeeded, and his success is shown by the fact that this little line here is not at the same level as those little lines there. I'm thrilled that we'll soon know what yeast are like when they're missing this gene, and this should be a publishable result. I want to finish up by talking about what a great guy Owen is. He's helpful and supportive to other students. He's adaptable and considerate, and he couples a positive attitude with humility and humor. He pulls off the trick of being focused, thorough, and working really hard, but being easygoing and friendly at the same time. He's a positive addition to any community, and I'll miss seeing him in HEDCO. And I'm sure as soon as research labs reopen, he'll find a very enthusiastic employer.
Yay! Congratulations, Owen. Next, I'll introduce Jennifer Ebling, who is graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree in Biology with a chemistry minor and receiving honors from the department. She will be presented by Dr. Aronson.
She will be as soon as I unmute and get the screen share going. All right. So, come on, PowerPoint. All right. Jennifer, Biology 200, the fall of your, spring of your first year was when I first got to know you. And one weird fact about you, not that weird, maybe was that I learned was that you're a referee for soccer. Soccer seems like a pretty simple game. I played it a little bit myself, not very well. But I decided to look up the rule book to find out what it's like to be a soccer referee. And it turns out the rule book is quite extensive. You need to be knowledgeable about a lot of things. And some of them can be complicated. There are rules about protests, about where coaches can stand, about the size of the field of play, about players' equipment, about the duration of the game. And I found out there's even a rule about the ball. Although that rule is very short, it just said the ball shall be spherical. All of these rules don't even take into account what happens when you actually play the game. Offsides, fouls, penalty kicks, balls in or out of play. So you really need to be knowledgeable to be a referee. But of course, you also need to be an arbiter, one that listens to arguments but has the judgment to know what is a sound argument and what is a less sound argument. One that can make judgments even when it is a close call, even when there's a lot of pressure. And one that can use the power of persuasion to convince people who disagree with you to carry on. And in this slide, I think about the comment you made about how you used your brother's room to do your honors presentation. You seem to be able to get him evacuated from his room without any evidence of bruises or cuts. It's been wonderful to watch you grow academically, and based on your honors thesis, to see that you understand the size of the field of play. That is the research that has gone on before and the questions that should be next addressed. You understand the kind of equipment that is needed. That is how a methodology or an instrument can be put to good use. You can listen to arguments, both sides of arguments, and make a good judgment about how to rule. So while I know you'll not be a referee for the rest of your life, and maybe not much further in the future, I know that as a healthcare provider, you will take the skills of a referee and the knowledge and skills gained in class and lab over the last 4 years, continue to make good judgments, and ones which many people will benefit from. Congrats on a great, and I know at times arduous 4 years. And somehow the timer didn't play, so I'm going to just flip quickly through a few more slides. So congratulations, Jennifer. I now give you your degree.
Yay! Congratulations, Jen. Now I'll introduce Jessica Fields, who is graduating with a Bachelor of Arts degree in biology with a Spanish minor, and she will be presented by her mother. So Jessica, if you can make sure to unmute yourself.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Hello, I'm Paula Perkins, Jessica Fields' mother.
Aww.
Hello, I'm Paula Perkins, Jessica Fields' mother. As a child, Jessica was very creative, a smiley, athletic person. She has moved through being a little princess, a cheerleader, a track star in high school, and a sorority girl, a debutante. And at the University of Redlands, she has been All-American and All-Academic for track and field and hurdles. I'm so proud of her. She is a kind and giving person. I'm sure she really feels the support of her grandfather, Dr. Perkins, and Cheryl, and her other family members and sister. And I just want to congratulate you. And I know this is hard times. And keep pushing through your MCAT and follow your dreams. And I know you'll get through this.
Love you so much, Jessica. You've always been an amazing big sister, role model, and best friend. I know that you will succeed in whatever you put your mind to, and I hope that we will remain close forever.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Jessica.
Biology department for teaching me everything and helping me through these 4 years, and my advisor. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. All right. Next, I would like to introduce Alexa Glick, who is graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree in Biochemistry and Molecular Biology and a minor in Mathematics. She is receiving honors, and she as well is receiving the Engel Award, which is for Outstanding Science Student that will be announced in the Honors Convocation videos. She will be presented by her mom and dad.
We're so proud of you, Alexa. You've done wonderful things, and you have more to come. your future. You've worked hard for everything.
Hi, I'm Alexa's dad. I can't even begin to say enough to express how proud I am of Alexa and her accomplishments. So I just wanted to say a little something to all of the graduates for 2020. It's a very difficult time to be graduating, and as you get older, you realize that you can't predict the future and no one has all the answers. So it turns out that if you go out and live your life, what you learn, and what I've learned is the only certainty is that there will be uncertainty. So go out, live your life, live your dreams, and remember, if your uniform isn't dirty, you weren't even in the game.
Yep.
Yay! Yay! Congratulations, Alexa.
I just wanted to say a quick thank you to all of faculty, friends, and family who are here supporting. Yeah, I've really enjoyed my time at Redlands, and I can't thank you all enough for everything you've done for me.
Next, I'll introduce Gabriella Ann Gould, who is graduating with a Bachelor of Arts degree in biology, and she is going to be presented by Sarah Levi.
Hi, I'm Gaby's little sister, Sophia. I'm just gonna say something and then her friend's gonna say something as well. But I just want to say that Gaby and I, we've always done our scholastic careers hand in hand because she's only a year older than I am. But it's been amazing to watch her go into the health field, considering we're both considering careers there. And I've had a role model to follow in her footsteps, and she's succeeded in everything she's done, whether it be college or not. But she's just so motivated, and she's become so educated, and I'm so proud of her. And she's one of my greatest inspirations for my future career.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm Gabby's best friend. So for the past 4 years, Gabby has been my roommate here at the University of Redlands. Gabby and I met through the post on Facebook for admitted students. We picked each other as roommates because we're both clean and wanted our dorms decorated the same way. But ironically, we became best friends. As our first semester played out, our friendship blossomed, and I watched Gabby through all her ups and downs, tireless, sleepless nights of studying, and so on. We became inseparable, speaking in the same manner and spending every second together. You went from being a college roommate to my best friend and sister. You amaze me every day. I can't believe that a stranger has become my family. You have not only been my roommate, but my other half. You helped me through everything and know everything about me without any judgment. I love you endlessly, and I'm so proud of the incredible woman I have seen you become over the past 4 years of living with you. I know you will be in my life forever, and I can't wait to see you grow even more.
So proud of you.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
No. Next, I'll introduce Ryan Halal, who's graduating with a Bachelor of Arts degree in biology with a chemistry minor, and he will be presented by Dr. Ryan.
Give me 1 second. Ryan. Ryan, I was immediately drawn to you when you first showed up in one of my classes, but I'm not going to lie, that was primarily to your name, which, as you can see, is the best name of any graduating senior, and that is not up for debate. But beyond your name, I grew to appreciate having you as a student for other reasons as well. You have been and remain remarkably reliable. You were always in class. I double-checked, you never once missed a lecture. Beyond that, you were always active and willing to participate actively. Your assignments were always turned in on time and done well. You always contributed appropriately to group work. You were a good lab partner. The longer I teach, the more I've grown to appreciate students who are reliable and consistent, students that I never have to worry about. And Ryan, you are one of those students. This was true during your time as my capstone advisee as well. Through everything that happened this year, your capstone was submitted on time and is done and was done well. I can say with great confidence that's not the case for some of the students listening in right now. You are consistent and These personality traits will serve you so well as you move on past Redlands and transition into career in healthcare. Ryan, I'm so pleased and honored to present you with your degree. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Ryan. Next, I'll introduce Emily Marty, who's graduating with a Bachelor of Arts degree in biology, who will be presented by Dr. Aronson.
All right, get the order of things right here this time. Looks like the right one. Let's start the show. Okay, so Mona Lisa has a smile. It's been a rich source of conversation for over 500 years because of its ambiguity. But Emily, you have 500 smiles. You have a smile for every occasion, for every purpose. There are times when you smile because you are amused, times when you smile when you are not amused. There are times when you smile, maybe even laugh because something is outright funny, and times when you smile because things are grim. There are times when you smile because you have conquered a problem, and times when you smile because you are stuck on a problem. But you always seem to smile, and that's a really wonderful quality. In the last 2 semesters, I've really come to appreciate your work ethic. During that time, I finally was able to see you play volleyball, and I should know that one cannot engage in intercollegiate athletics and be a full-time student, taking biology and chemistry courses with labs without having a serious work ethic. On the other hand, volleyball is fun. Well, aside from die-fi in the off-season, the lengthy practices that happen every day, the inevitable bumps and bruises, or maybe even more serious injuries. But I'm not sure the same can be said for the academic grind of the semester. I'm impressed to see the work that you did on your capstone, not just the quality of the work, but the discipline you imposed on yourself to get it done. Pretty much every week, I would suggest that you set a particular goal for the next meeting, a meeting that would happen 7 days later. And you would every time have that done, but not by that meeting, rather before that meeting, maybe just 2 or 3 days after we had made that plan for you. Just recently, we talked about putting some finishing touches on the capstone, and at the close of the conversation, you mentioned that you would try to get those edits done soon, that you only had 2 exams to prepare for and take the next day. And in fact, you made those edits the next day. So someone who is bright, has a great work ethic, and has a smile for every occasion, that's somebody that I want on my team. Congrats on an amazing 4 years.
Congratulations, Emily.
Yay, congrats.
A few more photos.
Oh, some great pictures.
There's Christina, yay. Oh, and Allie was in there.
Oh.
Christina, I mean, Emily, and here's your degree. Emily, here's your degree, right there.
Reach out and take it. Next, we have Tyler Nellis, who's graduating with a Bachelor of Arts degree in biology with a Spanish minor, and who will also be presented by Dr. Aronson.
Double header. Okay. Why did I stop all that screen sharing nonsense? All right. It seems like half the graduating class was in that Biology 200 lab in the spring of 2017. My recollection, Tyler, is that you might have been at a table with Steve, with Chelsea. I was trying to figure out who the 4th person might have been at that table. It might have been Kat, I don't know. Since that time, I've seen that one of your greatest strengths is how powerfully and productively you can reflect on what it is that you're doing in order to improve it. We had a conversation this fall about your career direction. I remember sitting in the Commons with you, and you had already had the foresight, initiative, and resourcefulness to get some really good experiences in the clinic. There was one in a urology operating room, in a primary care setting, and another in an emergency department. And you mentioned that those were good experiences. Oh, dang, what happened to the slideshow here? You mentioned that those were good experiences, but that to what should you compare them? others over the years have often come to the conclusion you had that these experiences in the clinic, if they're interested in the health professions, were good experiences. But I can't think of any other student who had the reflective instinct to ask the question, perhaps I should get experiences outside of that area. What should I compare these experiences to? Is there something even more appealing than these experiences I've had in the clinic? This ability to reflect was also always on view in our many discussions about your capstone project. I was so impressed by A, the work that you did, but B, how you got there. There were a number of instances where we would meet on a particular day and you would come in and talk about how the speaker in a previous seminar presentation had done something with their talk that you could benefit from. And then you would set about not just editing, but actually kind of reorganizing the work that you did. I will end by saying this also, that this ability to reflect has quite a different dimension as well. Your personality is such that you always seem to reflect the metaphorical sunshine, the good mood, the good vibes that you're receiving onto others. And this is also a gift. You mentioned that you just recently interviewed for a job in medical device sales. I know that if something pans out with this, you'll be very good at this work, but that you will also constantly reflect on whether this is the best path for you. And if it is not, you will seamlessly adjust your direction to make the greatest use of your talents and to bring the most happiness into your world. Congrats, Tyler, on an amazing 4 years. And
Congratulations.
Wait, I have to give the degree now.
Thank you so much, Dr. Aronson. I really appreciate that.
Pleasure.
Biology department.
I think you can see your degree now.
Yay! Did you have pictures of Tyler? Because I don't think we saw them.
Oh, all right. I thought I was screen sharing the whole time. There's not very many, so
yeah, just show them.
You're sharing Microsoft PowerPoint. Can people see that?
Yes.
Okay, so there's only a few here.
Oh.
Wait, there's more than that, but just 2 more. So there's this one right here. Can you see this one?
Yeah.
Look at that. She was a prospective student then.
Oh. Yay, Tyler.
There you go, Tyler. Sorry about the PowerPoint snafu.
Next, we have Sophia Olson, who is graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree in Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. She is receiving honors, and she will be presenting.
I'm pleased to present Sophia Olson, who's graduating with a Bachelor of Science and honors from our program in Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. Sophia and I have spent so much time together, it is tough to cram everything into 2 minutes. She was in my Principles of Biology class, she later graded for that class, and she's worked on her research since she was a sophomore. Her findings are central to our lab's project, and her work is marked by her ability to integrate chemistry and biology. She was the first person in the world to get an NMR of this pink stuff from the yeast that we study, which required purifying it, ripping the iron off of it that's bound to it with base, throwing strong acid on it, then throwing more base on it, and racing downstairs before it was degraded, as it was quite unstable. It's a great thing that she's a fit and talented athlete as well as a productive researcher. Sophia has sloshed liters of ethyl acetate and yeast culture media around to extract the components and reveal the secrets of how yeast make this pink material. The liters and liters end up as little drips and little vials right there, which can be analyzed to show what's inside, shown right there. Sophia has presented her work in posters at Redlands, at SCUR, and at a professional meeting where she was praised by the judges for her poised presentation. Sophia is always enthusiastic, loving our little yeast creatures and the molecules that they make. She's so thoughtful, ready to help out at a moment's notice, and she never passes up an opportunity to learn. And she's unfailingly polite. Sometimes I pick up her polite mannerisms, and I'm the better for that. I hope I don't backslide now that she's leaving us. Sophia, I'll miss you, and I can't wait to see what you do in the future. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Sophia. Next, we have Melissa Olvera, who is graduating with a Bachelor of Arts degree from the Johnston Center in Community, Health, and Educational Justice. She'll be presented by Dr. Aronson.
I'm getting a little web exhausted here. All right. Melissa, I have a very distinct memory of Giordani walking into my office and saying in her own exuberant way, "This is Melissa, and you need to get to know Melissa." Of course, because it was Giordani, I took this recommendation very seriously, but then again, because it was Giordani, I realized it wasn't a recommendation, but a command. I very quickly recognized why you came so highly recommended by Giordani. You designed an emphasis that was a beautiful blend of the things that you care about: science, education, justice, and community. You took each of these strands equally seriously, and at times they were in tension with each other. For example, in Biology 201, we worked it out that you would come to class Monday and Wednesday, but that you would go to your education class on Friday. And that certainly made it more difficult for you in the biology class. But it was a tension important to your overall goals. I also know that the variety of roles that you played within the Johnston community, as community assistant, as the first ever community coordinator, and so many other ways were very rewarding and were appreciated by your fellow students. But I also know that they competed for your time with some of your academic work, a dichotomy that perhaps should itself be scrutinized. So it was never easy for you, in part because you set out an ambitious plan for yourself. I know it also wasn't easy for you because of constant financial challenges. There was the semester at Foothill, and then the phone call I got towards the end of this past summer suggesting you wouldn't be able to make it back for your senior year. This panicked me almost as much as it did you. But you figured out a way to make it work, perhaps a theme for you, facing constant challenges and always finding a way to make it work. There's a saying that if you want to travel fast, travel alone, but if you want to travel far, travel with others. I see that you have chosen the latter option, working with others to do things that could not be done alone. I'm pleased to have been able to work with you in your last full semester or conventional semester in the immunology class, and to have one last chance to work with you in May. For those of you who are not in the know, which probably be pretty much all of us, Melissa right now has accrued 127.99 units. So there's still a little bit of work left to do that we'll do in May. The work in immunology was even better than in the Biology 201 course. And from your acceptance into the City Year program, and from your own words, quote, "I have absolutely developed my professional skills in terms of community work and organizing," unquote. I know you are speeding down the runway, ready for takeoff, and I'm excited to see how high you soar and the destinations you reach. I'm so impressed with the degree that you designed and executed and your perseverance. Congratulations, and congratulations to Zena for choosing such a good mom.
Thank you so much, Ben.
Here's your degree.
Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations. Next, we have Chelsea Sahami, who is graduating with a Bachelor of Arts degree in biology with a physical education minor, also being presented by Dr. Aronson.
I want to escape that. All right. My lack of technical skills are very much on display here. All right. Chelsea, you were also part of that Biology 201 lab, 200 lab that I taught. And it would have been just the following fall semester when you enrolled in Biology 201, where you had such a difficult semester. And I actually went back through my emails just in the last few days from that semester. I realized I really failed to appreciate how challenging that semester was for you because of illness. You were amazing about keeping in touch during that time. There were several emails about trips to urgent care. And of course, those were just reporting your peaks in poor health that semester. There were other emails about missed classes and how to make up assignments. It's simply not possible to do your best work when you're sick. You didn't choose the best semester to get sick, taking OChem as well as the biology course during that time, but of course you can't choose when you get sick. But you forged ahead, and that impressed me greatly, carrying on under very challenging circumstances, not complaining, just trying to figure out how to carry on. What also impressed me is that when you decided to retake the course, knowing that you had not had the opportunity to do your best the first time, you were fully committed. I had, in fact, counseled against retaking the course. In my experience, students rarely perform that much better the second time, in part because of this false sense of security, a Groundhog Day-like feeling where everything is vaguely familiar, but not familiar enough to come up with answers to important questions. But you did awesome in that course, and you learned perhaps a most valuable lesson. Don't always listen to your advisor. But another thing I learned to appreciate from this past fall is the way that you welcome people. It was great to see you back early as part of the orientation team. You have a quiet and calming presence. Well, the quiet part I'm not sure about because I hadn't seen you at a sorority party until you sent me these slides. But I think this is a quality that I and others definitely appreciate. It's a very welcoming presence. And I saw that when there was a prospective student in the Biology 201 course this fall, and you were generous enough to intentionally and spontaneously talk with them and make them feel welcome. The quiet, calming, welcoming disposition explains why people are attracted to you. And it demonstrates the importance others have in your life. And on this theme, I also remember seeing you standing in the hallway of HEDCO a few minutes before lab was to start, in no frame of mind to be able to walk into the lab and do the day's work. Tragedy does not make room for a lab on beta-galactosidase. You came to the lab to ask permission, as if under the circumstances you needed permission to be excused, also says something about you. Chelsea, I was honored to be part of your undergraduate journey. The successes that you have had during the last 4 years, the experiences that you've had in the physical therapy clinic, the connections and relationships you have built are all signs of future success. Just one last thing, remember to take any advice from me with some skepticism.
And everybody else.
Congratulations, Chelsea. We now have Alyssa Sailors, who is graduating with a double major Bachelor of Arts degree in psychology and biology, who will be presented by her mother. So Alyssa's mom, if you can make sure you're unmuted.
Lisa, when I think of you, I think of these words: relentless, strong, tenacious, persevering, and passionate with a desire to learn and achieve. These are the qualities of a strong leader and a successful person. Life requires strength, as you guys have come to know that life does require strength. And I'm so proud of the young, strong woman that you have become. The word says, be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. And I see that in you every time you're working towards your goals and achieving them, and all the hard work that you pour into that. You will accomplish all that you set your heart to. And I am extremely, extremely proud to call you my daughter. And I'm so thankful and blessed to have you as my daughter and to know you as my best friend.
And I'm Alyssa's father. I just want to sum this up by saying, Alyssa, we are so proud of who you are. We're thankful to God for Lord just really giving such a wonderful daughter. Know that you will prosper in all that you do, and for the good things are in store for your life. Keep working hard. Keep working hard.
Lucky you.
Congratulations, Alyssa. Next, we have Hana Shimizu, who is graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree from the Johnston Center in Global Biomedicine, who will be presented by Dr. Silvera.
Hi, everybody. I'm so pleased to present Hana Shimizu, who's graduating, as Dr. Olson said, from the Johnston Center with a Bachelor of Science and an emphasis in global biomedicine. Although Hana's taken plenty of biology courses, I met her as a Hunziker scholar, as I was faculty mentor for her cohort, and I've had the pleasure of watching her evolution during all 4 of her years at Redlands. Hana's made the most of her time here, drawing connections between multiple disciplines, both as a Johnston student and as a Prudian scholar. Hana's fascinated by ethnobotany, or the traditional medical uses of regional plants. Put a little picture there. Her capstone research was described to me as deeply interdisciplinary, ranging from chemical analysis to the cultural context of the uses of the plants she was studying, to their effects on the human body, to regulations controlling their use. I had the pleasure of accompanying Hana and the other Hunziker scholars on a trip to Washington, D.C. It was a terrific experience exploring Washington together. And one moment, pictured here, where's Hana, was particularly special. We were at the Lincoln Memorial at night with Lincoln's great words on the wall next to us and the reflecting pool stretching peacefully in front of us. I'll just never forget that moment. I also included this little picture of the Shimadzu spectrophotometer in chemistry to mark our little research experience together, what Hana referred to as Shimizu at the Shimadzu. Hana is a pleasure to be around. She's open-minded and giving. Her empathy and compassion are palpable. Hana aims to practice medicine in a way that incorporates her love of plants and embraces diverse cultures. Hana, I'll miss you, and I hope I get to see you when you're in Pomona.
Congratulations.
I just wanted to say, thank you for all the community, teachers, mentors, and students that really helped me grow in the way that I was able to. And I wouldn't have been able to do it without so many of you. So thank you so much.
Next is Destiny Timms, who's graduating with a double major Bachelor of Arts degree in Biology and Environmental Science, who is presented by her mother.
Hello, I'm Destiny's mom, Vicki, and this is her dad, Denny. We're really proud of Destiny and her accomplishments that she's done in the last 4 years, and all the great professors and everybody that's helped her out. It's been a real blast, and they've really prepared her for her future and given her the confidence to do interviews and prepare for what God has for her. And so I wanted to also say that her family is really proud of her. She is the first person in our family to graduate from a university. So it's humongous. It's a great example for her nephews, her cousins, and myself. And we are really proud of you, Destiny, and we are so looking forward to see the change that you're going to make in this world. You're a woman of very few words, a little intimidating sometimes, but you are it, and very strong, stable, and solid, and you don't move very easy when you know where you're going, and we appreciate all the hard work that you put into this. There's been a few times that you almost kind of went backwards a little bit, but you put your nose to the grindstone. And we know it was really difficult at times, but we had a blast watching you. We'd go to the university and check out your work there, messing with the caterpillars and your capstones. And we just really appreciate all the support that all of you guys did.
Oh, my 2 minutes is up?
Oh, no, go ahead. You can finish. I thought you were finished.
She's writing on a piece of paper like, your 2 minutes up? Anyways,
2 minutes.
So I would like to present you with your degrees, and your parents are very, very, very proud of you.
Thank you, Redlands.
Yeah! Yay!
Woo, Destiny! Congratulations, Destiny.
Thank you. I gotta figure out how to stop sharing.
If you hover at the top, there should be something that pops up that says stop sharing.
I found it.
Okay. Next is Charlotte Mira Tracy, who is graduating with a BA, a Bachelor of Arts degree in biology with a human and animal studies minor, and she will be presented by her mother.
Hi. I just want to say thank you to everyone in this room. You've all been very kind and helpful to me. You.
Hi, and I'm her mom. And I was told to bring a picture, a baby picture, but I couldn't find it digitally, so I'm going to have to do this.
Hey, that works. Oh, cute.
If you guys don't know, I'm a triplet, so that's my brother and sister.
So she's the first of my triplet children to graduate. All of them will be doing it this year virtually, which is really sad. But what I wanted to say is that the one of the many things that I like about Charlotte is her fierce independence. And that has been very obvious with her college education as well. She was the one who found Redlands for her. And she basically handled all aspects of it, from application to housing to courses and so on, with fierce tenacity. And here we are now, 4 years later in time. And I would like to thank Redlands for a great education, for professors who actually know their students and seem to care. And like I said, I have 2 other kids in college right now, and that is not always the case. They go to much larger colleges. And obviously there's a wonderful campus, beautiful weather, and I am very, very proud of you. Truly am. I got some rolled up paper here somewhere. I love you very much. I can't wait what you're going to do next. And don't change. I'm sure it'll be very interesting.
Thanks.
And
Congratulations, Charlotte.
you go, Beastie.
Thank you.
All right, we're running a little bit behind, but we only have 2 more people to go, so stay with us here. I'd now like to introduce Steve Van Grau, who is graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree in biology and is receiving honors, and he will be introduced by Kate Fox.
To my mom. My mom is presenting my degree.
Oh, okay, you changed it from what you told me. That's fine.
I did, yeah.
So Steve's mom, if you can make sure you unmute your mic.
I'll screen share.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to try to, oh, shoot. Never mind. Okay. First of all, I'm presenting on behalf of Steve's father and myself, and we wanted to thank the University of Redlands for the incredible 4 years that Steve has experienced. His dad and I are so incredibly proud of all Steve's hard work in the classroom and on the football field. Steve, we love you, and we can't wait to see what is in store for your future. So here you go.
Thanks, Mom.
You got it.
I got it.
That's amazing.
Can I interject really quick?
Sure.
Lonnie, I just wanted to congratulate Steve. I don't know if everyone knows that he earned honors for his BS research. And so I just wanted to give him that extra congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Stell. Thank you for everything over the past couple of years, too.
And last but certainly not least, we have Jordan Washatek, who's graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree from Biochemistry and Molecular Biology, and will be presented by his mother.
Congratulations, Jordan. Your brain has been a mystery to me since day one. You inspire me with the way you live your life and love your people. As a young boy, watching you play your game, love the outdoors, enjoy your family, and learning at Undercraft, I knew you were a gift from above. You transitioned into middle school and began your athletic endeavors, then truly honed your social skills in high school.
That I did.
Redlands has been the perfect place for your undergraduate studies. I am amazed at your ability to create balance in your life. You have balanced a rigorous academic schedule, the demands of being a student athlete, plus an active social life, and somehow still make time for family and for yourself. I truly do not know how you do it all. I am so excited for your next step as a graduate student. You are surrounded by all of us who love you unconditionally, who are cheering for you and are looking forward to watching you become an authority. Someone once said, to give anything less than your best is to sacrifice the gift. And you have not sacrificed your gifts. Few words of advice. There are very few things that cannot be worked out in a good long walk. And remember to stretch your hamstrings. We love you and we celebrate you today.
Yay! Congratulations, Jordan.
Thank you all so much. And I owe so much to so many different people in this room. So I love you all. Thank you.
Aw. Well, did I miss anybody? I think I called everybody's names, but I just want to make sure there's not somebody hiding in a panel that I've missed. So if you are here to graduate and I didn't call your name, then speak up. All right. And then it looks like James Malcolm was able to join us a little belatedly. James, we already presented Carson, but was there anything you wanted to add?
About Carson, and I've enjoyed working with Carson. He helped me do my PACRAT research, and I was particularly impressed by his senior project, where he had a sort of combination of humility and deep information about his topic, and took one or two curveballs from Aronson and handled them very well indeed. And of course, it's the social dimensions of his personality which are as important as the academic. If you want to know, well, for family purposes, the dating habits around here, just check with Carson. And congratulations to him as he goes forward.
All right. So second congratulations to Carson.
Thank you so much.
I'm hoping that all of you might have some beverages nearby. We're going to finish off with a little toast. I actually got some champagne. You can get it open, see if it'll spill. There we go. Woo. So we're going to finish with a toast here, a couple of them, so don't drink it all in one shot. I think I need more than that, though. That's not very much. There we go. And if you haven't figured out on WebEx that you can do a grid view, it's kind of fun to get to see everybody raising their glasses. At the top, if you hover kind of like above the video screen, there's a little thing with 4 dots in it that says grid view, and that way you can see more faces, which is kind of fun. All right, so first to the families of our graduates. I know not all families are perfect, but to those who supported our students when they vented about how insanely hard their workload was, who helped pay for the overpriced textbooks they had to buy, who sacrificed family time because there was a biology exam coming up and they had to study, and who loved your sons and daughters no matter how low they scored on a test or how high they scored on that test. And for those in particular who made room back in their houses for their seniors to move back in right here in the end of semester, which was not the plan, we particularly want to thank you. So to all the families, cheers, clink, clink. Next, to the faculty. Students, these professors really care about you. So I want to thank the faculty to say for all the late nights prepping classes, for the times when you had to say no to your own kids or your partners so that you could grade papers, for when you reached out to a student to show that you cared about them as a person and not just a number, for figuring out how to get these students through their last semester in the middle of a global pandemic. Thank you to the faculty. And lastly, to the graduates. You are the reason we exist. Your curiosity gets us excited in class. Your dedication makes us proud. Your passion for the world inspires us. And your care for each other warms our hearts. You keep us laughing in the lab and in the field. And you surprise us with all the things that you do outside the classroom. You give us hope for what is to come. Congratulations to the class of 2020. Cheers.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
I've loved getting to see all of your faces. We're so happy for you. We're so proud of you. Big virtual hugs to all of you. Lots of like selfies and all kinds of things that we can't do with social distancing. Please stay in touch. And we'd love to see you come drop by campus when we're back open again. It will happen. So we would love to see you again and give you another feedback.
Lisa, can you comment on how you're going to distribute the URL for people who might want to look at a recording?
I will email it out, both probably a personal email like I had earlier this week that had the listing of who was attending, and I'll send it from the seminar site. Probably it'll take a day or two, so be patient for that.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Lisa. Bye-bye.
Congratulations. Goodbye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Group hug.
Yeah.
Congrats, everyone.
Oh, yeah. Hey, God bless you guys. Lisa, can you save the chat too?
That's what I'm trying to do right now.
Okay.